What's up, y'all? With Kevin Harvick's retirement tour season in full swing, and this year's All-Star throwback to his 29 car number and scheme, this video will be highlighting the incredible rookie season Kevin Harvick had in the 29 car. While many parts of his rookie season are storybook in so many ways, like much of the 2001 season was, something that isn't storybook was that Kevin Harvick had one of the best rookie seasons ever. While that adds to the story of that season, it is extremely rare that any rookie performs at the historic level that Harvick did for a rookie driver. Kevin Harvick is known for being the lead driver at Stewart-Haas Racing for nearly a decade, and doing so wasn't anything new for Harvick, as even in the rookie season, Kevin would be the one carrying the team as teammate Mike Skinner wouldn't even be top 20 in points at the time of Skinner's sidelining concussion at Chicagoland Speedway. While at the time where Kevin Harvick was and how he ran at Rockingham Speedway in the second race of the 2001 season, and that 29 car was front and center at the time. But when we look back or think back to that 2001 Rockingham race, we know it was Kevin's debut, but for good and bad, nobody remembers how Harvick ran or where he finished. As Earnhardt's team would take center stage on both the lowest and highest of emotional fronts in that first race back after the tragedy.
Third lap of this, and every Winston Cup race Fox will broadcast this year will lay out, let the sound of the cars and your memories carry us around on the third lap of every race. Car is in. Green flag, we're racing. Dropped right in single file, but Tony Stewart challenged Ricky Rudd and moves up to third.
Oh, we got trouble already.
Three cars, four cars.
It's Dale Jr.
Earnhardt Jr. with Jimmy Spencer, Kenny Wallace, and Mike Wallace. And it is Earnhardt Jr.'s car who comes to rest against the outside wall at turn 4.
This cannot be happening to that young man.
Kenny Wallace goes to the garage. Mike Wallace to pit road.
So while Dale Jr. was caught up in a wreck on lap 1 in the race, Steve Park would use his own lessons learned from Dale Sr. and take a quiet performance and win the race.
30 laps after the resumption of green flag racing, Steve Park says bye-bye to Jeff Gordon.
Interesting thing, Park got by Gordon on the bottom of 3 and 4 down here. They've been running the bottom of 1 and 2 every time. I think he thought he'd throw Gordon a curve. He won, and he ran the high line that time.
Wall in turn 3 and 4. They'll be coming for the white flag.
Here we go. Oh, he wiggled.
Oh, body gets loose.
One lap to go. This is it.
Park wiggled and got into Labonte. He's going to make a run on the outside right here. Come on, buddy.
Steve Park trying for his second Winston Cup win.
Got to run.
Labonte.
He's got to run down the inside. Park blocks him a little bit.
Couldn't block him.
All right, Bobby, he's off early. He's going to gas it hard, and here they're going to come to the line. It's going to be a photo finish.
Park has the run off the high side. He clears the body, and Steve Park scores the second straight win for Earnhardt Incorporated and the second win of his career.
Man, what a great finish.
So Kevin Harvick's quiet 14th place finish at a veterans men amongst boys racetrack would be the start to an absolutely incredible rookie season.
Gordon closing down on Harvick.
Kevin Harvick trying to become only the 5th driver in NASCAR history to win in only his 3rd Winston Cup start.
And I know Richard Childress has got to be jumping up and down with joy right now, no matter what happens.
And somewhere, too, must be Dale Earnhardt, because this is his car that Kevin Harvick is driving. The paint is different, the number's different. But not since Dan Gurney in 1963 at Riverside, California, as a driver won in his 3rd start.
Jeff Gordon's going to give it all he's got this time. He's going to try to go down bottom. He's going to try to get down under him.
Gets a good run there in the middle of 3 and 4. They'll be coming for the white flag right here. 1 lap to go.
The Childress team trying to go to victory lane for the 2nd year in a row in this race.
We had a photo finish here last race. We're getting ready for another one, folks. Get up off your seats. Here they go.
For 2 in a row, trying to set him up.
Gordon's going to make the big move on the inside when they get down here to turn 3. slow car might be in the way. Here he comes. He's going to drive it to the bottom.
Oh, Harvick's leaving a lot of bottom open.
The slow car is going to be in the way.
Just like a year ago, he's going to get him, though. He's going to get him.
Gordon got loose. It's Harvick. Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches.
Fittingly enough, Atlanta would be Harvick's and the now branded 29 team's third race, winning in a photo finish with Jeff Gordon. This would mark the third season in a row where a rookie would win a race, with previous seasons Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Matt Kenseth winning races, and Tony Stewart's 3 wins in 1999. But to show how hard it had been for rookies to win races at that point, Tony Stewart had broken the 12-year winless stretch for rookies, dating back to Davey Allison's 1987 rookie season. While Tony was accomplishing an incredible feat of running 1,100 miles in the same day by completing the double, in the background, rookie Kevin Harvick was continuing his impressive rookie season. To come home in second in NASCAR's longest race, while being NASCAR's longest, and in that point of NASCAR's history, still a test upon man and machine, rookies had a pretty remarkable stretch, as Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick, and Jimmy Johnson seemed to make it seem the longest race of the year was no difficulty for rookie drivers for a 4 or 5 year stretch. Kevin would continue his great runs in competing for wins at notoriously driver races and tracks.
Texas, 1998. Here we go. All clear. Rudd keeps taking a look, but he can't get by Presley, and he's certainly running out of time to do anything with Harvick. No, 2. Jimmy Spencer trying to catch Dale Jarrett for 4th. But they're coming to the white flag. Final lap of the Tropicana 400. Kevin Harvick 1.5 miles from scoring his second NASCAR Winston Cup Series win.
If Harvick can just stay together for this last 1 mile, he will be the winner here this afternoon.
The 25-year-old from Bakersfield, California, will have led 113 of 267 laps today. He got away from Robert Presley on the final restart, and he's going to get win number 2. Kevin Harvick takes the inaugural Tropicana 400 at Chicagoland. Robert Presley gets a career best finish.
Chicago was the halfway mark of the 2001 season, and the Richard Childress teams couldn't have been farther apart. The rookie of Kevin Harvick would win his second race of the season, move up to 7th in the point standings, leading the team with 3 top 5s and 7 top 10s, while veteran teammate Mike Skinner spent more time outside 20th in the standings than Harvick would be lower than 10th. Skinner only had 1 top 10 finish at this point, a 9th at Atlanta, while Robbie Gordon would fill in for the injured Skinner after the Chicagoland wreck. He wouldn't immediately provide results, but would give RCR a competitive second team in the final few weeks of a set with a 7th at Phoenix and winning the rescheduled final race of the season at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Harvick was leading a team and top dog as a rookie, as Kevin would finish second at the Bristol night race to Tony Stewart. Kevin's rookie season had 6 top 5s. Those 6 top 5s would be the Atlanta win, the Chicago win, and second place finishes at the Coke 600, the Bristol night race, and Richmond. He would then back up the Atlanta win with a 3rd place finish, while fittingly, Jeff Gordon would clinch the 2001 championship. While missing the first race of the season, it would be expected that the first half of the season, Kevin might not have been as high in the standings. But after Kevin won the Atlanta race in the 4th race of the season, Kevin would already be 11th in the standings. Kevin's 14th, 8th, and a win would give Kevin the incredible start to hopefully salvaging a season for the RCR team. But Kevin was no field filler, as Kevin would lead the team. After the Atlanta race, Kevin's lowest point standings position would only be 13th, as Harvick's 29 team would only spend 7 of the remaining 32 races outside the top 10 in points, as Kevin Harvick would be among veterans and championship contenders all season long, finishing the season 9th in the standings. and had he ran the full season, most likely 7th, or possibly even as high as 6th, in an incredible rookie season. One of the most important parts of a rookie season, an early part to a driver's career, is the track time, getting all the laps in and finishing the races. Well, Kevin did that, and then some. Kevin would finish the 2001 season with only one DNF, an engine issue at Michigan. He would finish 34 of his 35 races, finishing 5th in most laps ran in the series, and had an outside shot of having completed the most laps of anyone in the season had he ran the Daytona 500. While Kevin did win Atlanta, he had spoke that the team had already tested and planned on running a few select races, Atlanta being the intended debut, as rookies and teams would make a handful of starts to get the limited track time and experience to limit how far behind the curve those teams and drivers always are. So while Kevin and the team were prepared for Atlanta and a few more races, both Kevin and now the 29 team were an exception to the rule. As drivers later in time would show, after Carl Edwards left the sport for the 2017 season, Xfinity Series champion Daniel Suarez suffered miserably. Daniel's rushing to the Cup Series, which wasn't even heavily rushed, but still rushed, set Daniel on a derailed path of no return till Trackhouse Racing saved his career. William Byron took years of experience to get going into the championship contender he is today. So in addition to being rushed, the fact that Kevin turned his rookie campaign of tragically filled shoes as a springboard into his Hall of Fame career is incredible. While everyone could have understood how the pressure and terrible situation could have derailed everything, he did tell Dale Jr. on the Dale Jr. Download that he thinks 2001 was just too fast, too compressed, running both Xfinity and Cup Series, that he didn't have those struggles show. But why the 2002 season would see those struggles surface. But Kevin Harvick, in spite of everything, provided a historic rookie season.